A Nike employee or a former Nike employee who is making the rounds with a video that is now circulating the internet, talking about the situation involving Nike, Caitlin Clark, the slow play that they're doing, even doing so much to show how their stock is falling off the shelf. And let's talk about this video. You may have seen it by now. I'm going to show it to you again, but it's a former 15-year employee at Nike in the women's division, and
Caitlin Clark just shattered the game with a headline-grabbing move that's got the whole sports world in a frenzy. In a seismic shift no one saw coming, she ditched the expected and inked a historic, multi-million-dollar deal with Adidas, snubbing Nike in a way that's got executives sweating through their tech fleece. But it wasn't just the contract that sent shockwaves, it was her mic drop statement. "I'm not here to follow footsteps, I'm here to blaze my own trail." That one line lit up social media like a 4th of July finale, with fans rallying, critics scrambling, and even LeBron reportedly doing a double take. Adidas didn't just sign an athlete, they hijacked a cultural moment. Nike, for the first time in a long time, isn't setting the tone. They're chasing it.
Such a big game for Caitlin, her returning to her alumni in Iowa and her hitting that massive logo 3, the logo 3 during the game, that some of her sponsors would want to show her support on social media, do any sort of marketing to uplift her and uplift their brand. And one who did do that was Gatorade. They tweeted a photo of her and they said, "Real home court advantage. Welcome back to Iowa, Caitlin Clark." Now, one of her lead sponsors that was noticeably quiet yesterday was Nike. And a lot of people were tweeting about this. They were wondering, why isn't Nike and Nike basketball, why are none of their accounts saying anything about this? Yes, it's a preseason game, but this is a huge day for Caitlin. She's returning to her alum.
Caitlin Clark didn't just drop dimes, she dropped documents, and now Nike's looking like it fumbled the bag and the blueprint. Word is, the swoosh squad straight up breached their contract, leaving Clark hanging like an unanswered DM. The same company that built its empire on legendary endorsements is now ducking calls from the future face of women's basketball. It's giving betrayal, not brand loyalty. Insiders say Nike missed key deliverables, and Clark, with the poise of a point guard and the precision of a prosecutor, let the facts do the talking. Now the court of public opinion is in session, and Nike's the one playing defense.
Nike, we need to talk about Caitlin Clark. Let's you and me talk about Caitlin Clark, since you refuse to talk about Caitlin Clark. I care deeply about you. I spent over a decade in your marketing organization. I spent several years trying to get into your organization, and it's been 3 years since I left your company. I'm just here as a friend. I care about you. I want to show you 2 different charts here. One, your stock price since 2021. It is down nearly 60%. Your executives and the people who are making these decisions, their stock options are worthless. Meanwhile, you have the single biggest needle mover in all of American sports since Michael Jordan, and you have somehow convinced yourself that you need to slow play this. Let me show you Google Trends search traffic for 4 female basketball players. There is one who only rivals Caitlin Clark, and that is Angel Reese, and you do not have her. She is over at Reese.
Let's talk brass tacks. Caitlin Clark is women's basketball right now, full stop. She's packing arenas, breaking records, and redefining the game. And Nike thought it was cute to hit her with a lukewarm bargain bin deal like she's some rookie off the waiver wire. Meanwhile, they're rolling out the red carpet for others like it's an all-star gala, treating Clark like a footnote instead of the headline. That's not just bad business, it's disrespect, especially when Adidas is out here flexing with fat stacks, treating women's sports like the main event, not a side hustle. They didn't just offer Caitlin a contract. They handed her the keys to a movement. And Nike? They're out here looking like they fumbled the future.
How in the world is Nike not going full on Caitlin Clark phenomenon? You've got the most popular women's athlete in the world. Do they still not have a Caitlin Clark shoe out? My mind is blown by this. The minute that she started playing in the WNBA, you should have rolled out for every little girl in America that Caitlin Clark wants. And that should have been the baddest ass women's tennis shoe that has ever been.
And Adidas? Oh, they weren't just lurking. They were locked in like a cat in a room full of laser pointers, ready to strike the second Nike slipped. The moment Caitlin's camp showed even a flicker of frustration, Adidas pulled up like, "Surprise! Here's your own signature line, exclusive colorways, creative control, and a lifetime supply of actual respect." They didn't just shoot their shot. They showed up with fireworks, a full marketing war chest, and a rollout plan designed to make her the Beyoncé of basketball. We're talking sneaker bouquets, viral campaigns, and a branding team prepped to turn Caitlin Clark into a global icon, bigger than Taylor Swift doing squats in a stadium of screaming Swifties.
A lot of conversation has been made around Caitlin Clark, her signature shoe, the Nike deal, and with how much Nike has been dragging their behind, which how much Nike has been moseying to the finish line when it comes to pushing the Caitlin Clark button, fans started speculating maybe this deal isn't as official as we thought it was. We get no signature shoe, no news of a shoe all season long. We get no merchandise all season long. We get no commercial all season long.
Dump Nike, Caitlin. Dump them like a bad haircut the week before prom. You're not just a player. You're the headline, the highlight, the whole damn show. If Nike can't recognize that, hand them a mirror and a resignation notice in the form of a no-look jumper. Because here's the kicker. If you signed with Adidas, your shoe line wouldn't just sell. It would obliterate every chart in sight. Wilson. Who? Clark 1s would outsell anything Nike's pushed in years. 10-1, and that's being polite. Kids would be flipping them on StockX before they even hit shelves, rocking them to school like they were sacred artifacts. Grandmas would be lining up at Foot Locker again like it's '96 and the Jordan 11s just dropped. Nike forgot who they're dealing with. You're not some one-season sensation or a shiny marketing pawn. You are the future of the league. And instead of handing you the keys to an empire, they slid over a deal with the energy of a half-hearted RSVP to a distant cousin's wedding. Fans noticed, and when they did, they erupted. Hashtags lit up, Twitter turned into a courtroom, NBA stars threw support your way, and suddenly, SportsCenter insiders had all the tea. And let's talk about that Angel Reese promo for a second. One photo, a weird, moody shot that looked like a promo for a forgotten 2010 reality show reunion. That's the creative vision? Nike isn't leading. They're lost. Time to make them watch from the sidelines while Adidas builds